From mountain resorts carved into stone to floating hubs, Prince Salman is building a megacity so futuristic it looks like something out of a sci-fi movie. Think of it as $1 billion slap to America, and trust me, you've never seen luxury like this. Let's get into it. The audacious vision that dwarfs America's greatest achievements. In the scorching deserts of northwest Saudi Arabia, something unprecedented is taking shape. A project so monumentally ambitious, so breathtakingly audacious, that it makes America's greatest achievements look like child's play. NEOM, announced in 2017 by Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, isn't just another construction project. It's a declaration of war against American supremacy. A bold statement that the future belongs not to Silicon Valley or New York, but to a stretch of desert where temperatures soar above 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Picture this, a futuristic megacity spanning 26,500 square kilometers, roughly the size of Belgium or Massachusetts, where artificial intelligence anticipates your every need, where cars are forbidden, and where the entire infrastructure runs on 100% renewable energy. This isn't science fiction. This is NEOM, and it represents something far more threatening to American dominance than any military arsenal or economic sanction ever could. The sheer scale of this undertaking is mind-boggling. Initial estimates pegged NEOM's total cost at around $500 billion, but recent reports indicate the final price could exceed $1.5 trillion, a sum that makes America's most expensive infrastructure projects look like pocket change. To put this in perspective, the entire interstate highway system that transformed America in the 1950s cost approximately $500 billion in today's dollars. The Apollo program that put Americans on the moon, a mere $280 billion adjusted for inflation. NEOM's budget could fund 3 Apollo programs and still have change left over for a complete overhaul of America's crumbling infrastructure. But NEOM isn't just about money. It's about reimagining what human civilization can be. At its heart lies the Line, a revolutionary 170-kilometer linear city encased in 2 parallel 500-meter-tall mirrored skyscrapers that stretch across desert, mountains, and coastal areas. This isn't just a building, it's an ecosystem designed to house 9 million residents on a mere 34-square-kilometer footprint, achieving population density that makes Manhattan look spacious while maintaining the environmental impact of a small suburb. The engineering marvels embedded within the Line read like something from a utopian novel. High-speed rail enables 20-minute end-to-end transit across the entire 170-kilometer length, while AI-driven transport systems and horizontal elevators ensure all essentials are within a 5-minute walk for any resident. The structure features microclimates for year-round ideal weather, blending sunlight, shade, and ventilation in ways that defy conventional architectural wisdom. While America struggles with aging infrastructure and political gridlock that prevents even modest improvements to existing cities, Saudi Arabia is literally building the future from scratch. The Line incorporates vertical layering for living, work, and leisure, with modular communities each designed for approximately 80,000 people, complete with universities, stadiums, opera houses, and water parks integrated into the structure itself. But the Line is just one component of NEOM's comprehensive reimagining of urban life. Oxagon, an octagonal floating industrial and logistics hub, represents the world's largest floating structure, designed to revolutionize manufacturing with Industry 4.0 technology and hydrogen production capabilities. While American ports struggle with outdated infrastructure and labor disputes, Oxagon promises 1.5 million TEU capacity with fully automated systems that could handle a significant portion of global trade. Then there's Trojena, a year-round mountain resort in the Sarat Mountains offering skiing in the desert, because apparently creating artificial snow at elevations up to 2,600 meters in one of the world's most arid regions is just another Tuesday for Saudi engineers. The resort features 30 kilometers of ski slopes, artificial lakes, and sub-zero winter temperatures in a region where summer temperatures regularly exceed 120 degrees Fahrenheit. The luxury island resort of Sindalah serves as NEOM's tourism gateway, featuring an 86-berth marina, 3 luxury hotels with 413 rooms, and 88 villas, all designed around marine conservation efforts in the Red Sea's pristine waters. This single island development represents a more comprehensive luxury resort ecosystem than most American states can boast. Perhaps most audaciously, the Magna Coastal region encompasses 12 interconnected luxury destinations along 120 kilometers of Gulf of Aqaba coastline, each with its own unique theme and architectural identity. From Aquellum, a subterranean upside-down skyscraper built into a 450-meter mountain, to Epicon's shimmering desert skyscrapers that rise like mirages, these developments represent architectural ambitions that make America's most innovative buildings seem conservative by comparison. The technological integration planned for NEOM NEOM makes Silicon Valley's smart city initiatives look primitive. The entire project is designed as a cognitive city, where AI anticipates residents' needs, while digital twins enable real-time optimization of everything from traffic flow to energy consumption. This isn't just about building smart buildings, it's about creating an entire urban ecosystem that learns, adapts, and evolves. The economic implications are staggering. NEOM is projected to create 460,000 plus jobs and add $100 billion annually to Saudi GDP by 2030, while positioning the kingdom as a global hub for trade, given its proximity to 13% of the world's shipping routes through the Red Sea. This isn't just urban development, it's economic warfare against American commercial dominance. While American cities struggle with homelessness, crumbling infrastructure, and political paralysis, Saudi Arabia is constructing what amounts to a parallel civilization. The project envisions preserving 95% of the land as nature reserves while achieving zero carbon emissions through 100% renewable energy environmental achievements that make America's climate initiatives look half-hearted. The funding mechanism itself represents a fundamental challenge to American financial supremacy, backed primarily by Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, PIF, which is chaired by Mohammed bin Salman. The project demonstrates how sovereign wealth can bypass traditional Western financial systems to achieve transformational change. While American infrastructure projects get mired in congressional debates and municipal bond negotiations, Saudi Arabia simply writes checks for amounts that would constitute entire state budgets. The message is clear. While America debates and deliberates, Saudi Arabia builds. While American cities wrestle with decaying infrastructure, housing shortages, and political paralysis, the kingdom is pouring billions into a bold experiment with the future. NEOM is designed not just as a city, but as a global magnet, a place meant to attract the brightest minds, the largest investments, and the most ambitious entrepreneurs. For decades, America held that role almost by default, drawing innovators and dreamers from every corner of the world. But projects like NEOM suggest that the dynamic is shifting. The construction cranes in the desert symbolize more than concrete and steel. They embody a direct challenge to everything America has claimed as the world's technological and economic leader. If successful, NEOM will serve as a reminder that the future belongs to those who build, not those who hesitate. The shocking scale that makes American projects look like toys. To truly understand how NEOM ridicules American ambitions, we need to examine the staggering details that make this project not just bigger, but fundamentally different from anything America has ever attempted. The numbers alone tell a story of audacity that borders on the absurd, yet the construction progress suggests this isn't merely fantasy, it's happening right now. By mid-2025, over 20,000 workers are actively on site, with aerial photographs showing rapid earthworks and vertical construction progress, particularly for the line's foundations and critical infrastructure. While American infrastructure projects often take decades to move from conception to groundbreaking, NEOM has achieved more tangible progress in 8 years than most American megaprojects manage in twice that time. The construction methodology itself represents a wholesale rejection of American approaches to large-scale development. Rather than the incremental, committee-driven processes that characterize American infrastructure projects, NEOM employs what can only be described as revolutionary construction techniques. The line utilizes AI-driven modular construction with seismic-resistant engineering that allows for simultaneous construction across multiple segments, achieving building speeds that would be impossible under American regulatory frameworks. Consider the stark contrast with America's most ambitious recent urban development, Hudson Yards in New York City. This project, hailed as a triumph of American development, covers a mere 0.11 square kilometers, 28 acres, at a cost of $25 billion. NEOM's budget could fund 60 Hudson Yards projects and still have money left over. More tellingly, Hudson Yards took over a decade to complete its first phase and serves primarily as expensive office space and luxury condos. NEOM, by comparison, is creating an entire civilization with integrated living, working, recreational, and educational ecosystems that dwarf American developments in both scope and ambition. The technological infrastructure planned for NEOM makes American smart cities initiatives look like pilot programs. The project incorporates comprehensive AI integration, digital twin technology for real-time city optimization, and cognitive technologies that anticipate resident needs. While American cities struggle to implement basic broadband infrastructure or upgrade traffic light systems, NEOM is building an urban environment where artificial intelligence manages everything from climate control to transportation logistics. The water infrastructure alone represents achievements that surpass American capabilities. NEOM's desalination systems are designed to provide remineralized water with zero waste infrastructure, infrastructure, serving a population larger than most American states, while maintaining environmental sustainability that American cities can barely achieve with existing populations. California, with all its technological resources and environmental consciousness, still struggles with water management for its current population. Saudi Arabia is creating systems that could serve twice California's population while producing zero waste. Transportation represents perhaps the most dramatic departure from American urban planning. While America remains locked into car-dependent infrastructure that creates traffic congestion, pollution, and urban sprawl, NEOM eliminates cars entirely, replacing them with high-speed rail, AI-driven pods, and horizontal elevator systems. The psychological impact cannot be overstated. America built the modern world around automobile culture, and Saudi Arabia is demonstrating that this was not just unnecessary, but actively counterproductive to human flourishing. The industrial capabilities being developed within NEOM also directly challenge American manufacturing supremacy. Oxagon's Industry 4.0 technologies, automated supply chains, and hydrogen production facilities represent manufacturing capabilities that could capture significant market share from American industrial production. While American factories struggle with aging equipment and workforce shortages, Saudi Arabia is building automated manufacturing systems that could produce goods more efficiently and sustainably than traditional American industrial centers. The agricultural innovation embedded within NEOM presents another direct challenge to American agricultural dominance. Topian, NEOM's sustainable food production sector, utilizes vertical farming, biotechnology, and circular economy principles to achieve agricultural productivity that could rival America's vast farming regions while using a fraction of the land and water resources. This isn't just about feeding NEOM's residents, it's about demonstrating that food security doesn't require the massive environmental impact of traditional American agriculture. Even more provocatively, NEOM's educational infrastructure threatens American dominance in higher education and research. The project includes multiple universities, research centers, and innovation hubs integrated directly into the urban fabric, creating an educational ecosystem that could attract international students and researchers who might otherwise attend American institutions. While American universities struggle with funding cuts and political interference, NEOM is creating educational institutions with unlimited budgets and cutting-edge facilities. The healthcare infrastructure planned for NEOM also surpasses American capabilities in both scope and integration. Medical facilities are embedded throughout the line's modular communities, ensuring that advanced medical care is never more than minutes away for any resident. This represents a fundamental improvement over American healthcare delivery, where medical care is often concentrated in urban centers, leaving rural populations underserved. NEOM's approach ensures that world-class medical care is universally accessible within the community. The renewable energy infrastructure represents perhaps the most direct challenge to American energy policy and capabilities. NEOM's In-Hour sector is developing what's described as the world's first at-scale green energy system, incorporating solar, wind, and green hydrogen production at levels that could supply energy not just for NEOM, but for export to global markets. While America debates renewable energy implementation and struggles with grid modernization, Saudi Arabia is building energy systems that could make traditional American energy infrastructure obsolete. The port and logistics facilities being developed also threaten American commercial supremacy. NEOM's automated ports and strategic location along Red Sea shipping routes could capture significant portions of global trade that currently flow through American ports. The efficiency gains from automation, combined with strategic geographic positioning, could make NEOM's ports more attractive to international shippers than traditional American shipping centers. Perhaps most importantly, the timeline demonstrates execution capabilities that American projects simply cannot match. While major American infrastructure projects routinely face decades-long delays and cost overruns that multiply budgets by factors of 2 or 3, NEOM has achieved substantial construction progress within 8 years of announcement, with key facilities like Sindalar already operational and others progressing toward completion. The psychological impact on American confidence cannot be understated. For much of modern history, the United States has defined what was possible in terms of large-scale development, technological innovation, and urban planning. From the interstate highway system to Silicon Valley, America's achievements set the global benchmark. Yet NEOM represents a fundamental challenge to that assumption. It shows that with sufficient resources, vision, and political will, it is possible to accomplish in years what America has failed to deliver in decades. While American cities struggle with outdated infrastructure, crumbling transit systems, and endless bureaucratic delays, Saudi Arabia is attempting to reimagine what an urban future looks like, one powered by renewable energy, artificial intelligence, and ambitious architecture. The contrast is striking. NEOM isn't just a project, it's a direct question to America. Will it keep looking backward or rise to meet the nations already racing ahead? Even the project's setbacks highlight the difference in scale and ambition. When NEOM faced budget constraints and timeline adjustments in 2025, the response wasn't to abandon the project, but to scale back initial phases while maintaining the overall vision. American projects facing similar challenges are often cancelled entirely or reduced to shadows of their original ambitions. The international partnerships being forged through NEOM also threaten American technological and commercial relationships. Major corporations like Siemens and Boeing have established partnerships with NEOM, potentially diverting technological innovation and commercial investment that might otherwise flow to American projects. This represents not just economic competition, but a fundamental shift in global technological cooperation patterns. The devastating truth about America's crumbling. Response. While Saudi Arabia builds the future with unprecedented speed and ambition, America's response reveals a nation that has lost both its vision and its execution capabilities. The contrast between NEOM's rapid progress and America's infrastructure failures exposes uncomfortable truths about American decline that politicians and media outlets prefer to ignore. Consider America's most ambitious recent attempt at innovation, California's high-speed rail project. Announced in 2008 with a budget of approximately $33 billion and promises of connecting Los Angeles to San Francisco by 2020, this project has become a monument to American dysfunction. Costs have ballooned to over $100 billion. Completion dates have been pushed to the 2030s at the earliest, and the current operational segment covers a mere fraction of the originally promised route. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia has achieved more tangible progress on the line in 8 years than California has managed on high-speed rail in 16 years. The comparison becomes even more embarrassing when examining the scope of ambition. California's high-speed rail, even if completed as originally envisioned, would simply connect 2 existing cities with faster transportation, an incremental improvement to existing infrastructure. The line, by contrast, is creating an entirely new form of human settlement that eliminates the need for traditional transportation while integrating living, working, and recreational spaces in ways that could revolutionize urban planning globally. American urban development has become trapped in a cycle of incremental improvements and maintenance of aging infrastructure. Hudson Yards, celebrated as New York's largest private development, represents the pinnacle of American urban ambition, and it's essentially expensive real estate built over a railway yard. The project's signature attraction is the Vessel, a climbable sculpture that has been more notable for safety concerns than architectural innovation. Compare this to NEOM's integrated ecosystems, floating cities, and mountain resorts, and the poverty of American urban vision becomes starkly apparent. The regulatory environment that strangles American development stands in sharp contrast to the execution speed demonstrated by NEOM. American infrastructure projects face years of environmental impact studies, community review processes, political negotiations, and legal challenges before construction can even begin. NEOM, backed by sovereign authority and unlimited funding, can move from concept to construction with speed that American democratic processes cannot match. This regulatory burden, while often justified in terms of environmental protection and community input, has become a mechanism for preventing rather than enabling progress. California's environmental review process, originally designed to protect natural resources, has become so complex and litigious that even projects with clear environmental benefits face years of delays. NEOM, meanwhile, claims to preserve 95% of its land as nature reserves while achieving zero carbon emissions, environmental goals that surpass those of most American projects that get tied up in environmental review for years. The financial mechanisms available to NEOM also expose the limitations of American infrastructure funding. The Public Investment Fund's ability to allocate hundreds of billions of dollars to a single project stands in stark contrast to American infrastructure funding that requires congressional approval, state budget negotiations, municipal bond issues, and complex public-private partnerships that often compromise project scope and timeline. While America debates whether to spend $1 trillion on infrastructure over a decade, Saudi Arabia commits $1.5 trillion to a single project. The technological capabilities being demonstrated through NEOM also highlight highlight American innovation stagnation. While Silicon Valley companies focus on software applications and social media platforms, NEOM is implementing AI-driven urban management, renewable energy systems, and advanced manufacturing technologies that could have far greater impact on human welfare and economic productivity. American technology companies excel at creating digital entertainment and advertising platforms. Saudi Arabia is using technology to reimagine fundamental aspects of human civilization. The workforce development implications are equally troubling for American competitiveness. NEOM is projected to create 460,000 plus jobs across cutting-edge industries including renewable energy, biotechnology, advanced manufacturing, and urban management. These aren't just any jobs. They're positions that will train workers in the technologies and methodologies that could define the future global economy. Meanwhile, American workforce development programs struggle to retrain workers for existing industries. Let AI alone prepare them for the revolutionary changes that NEOM represents. The international talent attraction capabilities of NEOM pose a direct threat to American brain drain advantages. The project's integration of advanced research facilities, unlimited funding for innovation, and quality of life amenities could attract researchers, entrepreneurs, and skilled professionals who might otherwise migrate to American cities. While America increasingly struggles with visa restrictions, political instability, and infrastructure decay that make it less attractive to international talent, NEOM offers a compelling alternative with state-of-the-art facilities and generous support for innovation. The educational infrastructure being developed within NEOM also threatens American higher education dominance. NEOM-U and other educational institutions embedded within the project could attract international students with cutting-edge facilities, unlimited research funding, and integration with the world's most advanced urban environment. While American universities struggle with funding cuts, political interference, and aging facilities, NEOM's educational institutions will have access to resources and technologies that could make them more attractive to top-tier students and faculty. Perhaps most damaging to American prestige is the demonstration effect of NEOM's success. For decades, America has represented the pinnacle of what's possible in terms of technological innovation, urban development, and quality of life. Countries around the world have looked to American cities, American universities, and American companies as models to emulate. NEOM represents a fundamental challenge to this assumption, demonstrating that it's possible to achieve superior results through different approaches, faster timelines, and more ambitious vision. The military and strategic implications cannot be ignored either. NEOM's strategic location along Red Sea shipping routes could give Saudi Arabia significant influence over global trade flows, while the project's technological capabilities could enhance the kingdom's military and intelligence capabilities in ways that challenge American regional dominance. The advanced AI systems, communication networks, and industrial facilities being developed could have dual-use applications that enhance Saudi Arabia's strategic position relative to the United States. The environmental technology being developed through NEOM also challenges American leadership in climate change solutions. The project's renewable energy systems, sustainable water management, and zero-emission urban design could become models for global urban development, reducing international dependence on American environmental technology and consulting services. While America debates climate policy and struggles with renewable energy implementation, Saudi Arabia is demonstrating practical solutions at unprecedented scale. Recent reports indicate that despite scaling back initial timelines, NEOM continues to progress with significant construction achievements, including operational facilities at Sindalah and substantial progress on the line's foundational infrastructure. This continued progress, even in the face of budget adjustments and timeline modifications, demonstrates execution capabilities that American projects consistently fail to match. The ultimate insult to American capabilities may be the project's timeline resilience. While American infrastructure projects are routinely cancelled when they face cost overruns or political opposition, NEOM responds to challenges by adjusting scope and timeline while maintaining core ambitions. This represents a fundamental difference in commitment and execution capability that highlights American institutional weakness in pursuing transformational projects. As NEOM continues to rise from the sands of the Saudi desert, it stands as more than a construction site. It is a monument to ambition, a daily reminder that the world is no longer waiting for America to lead. For decades, the United States set the pace in technology, infrastructure, and global influence. But today, while American politicians stage endless debates and institutions institutions get lost in red tape, other nations are laying bricks for a new era. Saudi Arabia's NEOM is not just another megacity, it is a statement. A city carved out of desert, powered by renewable energy, built on futuristic design and marketed as a glimpse of tomorrow. Whether the project succeeds in every detail almost doesn't matter. The symbolism is powerful. While America is stuck debating potholes, Saudi Arabia is imagining flying taxis and AI-powered governance. This isn't about admiration for Saudi Arabia as much as it is about recognition of a shift. The center of bold experimentation in infrastructure and technology is moving. America once claimed that role by putting men on the moon and building the internet. Now it risks becoming a spectator while others push boundaries. The message is blunt. America can keep congratulating itself for past glories, or it can confront the uncomfortable truth that dominance isn't permanent. The future will not wait for congressional hearings or partisan gridlock. It will be built by those willing to take risks, invest heavily, and move fast. NEOM is proof that the world is changing, and American exceptionalism is no longer assumed. The question is whether America will keep arguing about the past, or wake up and start building again before the future leaves it behind. And with that, we've come to the end of this deep dive. For more juicy content like this, smash that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and check out the card showing on your screen for more videos. Don't forget to comment your thoughts below.